Hello, welcome to Mars. Actually, as you can see from this wind-eroded landscape, this is believed to be one of the most Martian places on Earth. Today, this is reporter Wu Lei from CGTN. I'm live streaming here in the Lenghu town in Qinghai province. In the next few minutes, we are going to be live streaming at different social media platforms, including our Weibo, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and we are going to explore one of the most Martian places on Earth and give you more about the Martian environment and also some knowledge about Mars exploration. And today I'm very glad to be joined by some experts, and this is Dr. Zhurong from the Institute of Geology and Geophysics from the Chinese Academy of Sciences. Dr. Zhurong, thank you very much for joining us.
Wow, yeah. I would like to say hello to everybody here. I was very excited to be here, and you can see the very beautiful landscape here. It's very similar to the landscape we found on Mars.
Okay, actually, today is this your first time coming here?
Oh yes, this is my first time.
Yeah.
Yes, the first time.
The first time?
Yes, I was very astonished to find this very similar to the picture taken by the Curiosity rover on Mars.
Quite similar, right?
Yes, very similar.
And talking about the Mars surface, so how special is about Mars surface? What about similarities or differences between Mars and Earth, the surfaces?
Well, I think as we know, our Mars now has no liquid water. Mars has the dust storm, and the temperature. The temperature is very low, but we can see here the landform is very similar to our Mars, and we can. I would like to pick up the stone here. Yes, you can see the edge of the stone is a little bit sharp, but you can see the edge has been smoothed. The smoothed edge is believed to be eroded by the wind. It is very similar to the Mars. You know, our Mars has a storm, and in the history, the Mars has a river. So the rocks on Mars was eroded by the wind and the river, by the accumulation of time. So the Mars basically has the landscapes basically like here in our Mars camp.
Yeah. And actually, this is also my first time visiting this Martian place on Earth. And wearing such a heavy spacesuit, actually, I think we can take off the helmet. And actually, this is very heavy, and I think it's about 20 kilograms. And so, Dr. Zhurong, you have been studying the Martian environment for years. And you just mentioned about the temperature. So, can you give us how about the varying temperatures on Mars?
Oh yes, you know the temperature difference between the light side and the day side is very huge. For the day side, the temperature can up to about 20 degrees for the maximum. But at the light side, the temperature can be down to even the minus 100 degrees. So you know the huge temperature decrease. Well, I think for human being, it's very hard. Yes, it's very difficult to resist the huge temperature differences.
And also, we can see that from these sands and rocks, and actually it's quite similar to that of on Mars. Yeah. And because this place actually is in Qinghai province in northwestern part of China, and because we know a few days ago on May the 15th, China's Tianwen-1 Mars rover and lander combination has just touched down on the red planet, and China has become the first country to finish the orbiting and the landing on Mars through one single mission. That's quite special, and I was there actually including the launching site and also the Beijing Aerospace Flight Center. And I have witnessed these historical moments. It's quite astonishing. But people are eager to know more about the Martian environment. So, Dr. Rong, could you please tell us more about this Martian exploration in human history, actually?
Yes. Actually, Mars is the most of the planets that's very similar to our Earth. For example, Mars has basically the comparable rotation period, about 24 hours, and the Mars has basically the seasonal variation, like in our Earth. Like
they have also 4 seasons?
Yes, the spring, summer, autumn, and winter. It's basically like the Earth. But unfortunately, the Mars has no global magnetic field, so the Mars cannot hold the atmosphere, and the solar wind can interact with the atmosphere directly. So the atmosphere will be eroded by the solar wind, and the atmosphere will become tenuous gradually. And you know, due to the low temperature, due to the tenuous atmosphere, so there's a low liquid water on Mars.
On Mars.
Yes.
And actually, as I mentioned, that over the past 40 or 50 years, humans have actually explored on Mars for over 40 or 50 times, but only half of them succeeded. And there are only about 8 rovers on Mars.
Yes.
And China's Mars rover Zhurong has become one of the latest rovers.
Yes.
And people are expecting more scientific discoveries from Zhurong. I think we are all expecting good news from Zhurong.
Yes, Tianwen, I think for our Chinese, Tianwen is a very ambitious mission. Tianwen actually comprised one orbit around the Mars and the rover named Zhurong, and they will move on the surface of Mars. And the scientific goal of this mission is to measure the surface, measure the the geomorphology of Mars, and we can measure the crustal magnetic field and measure the atmosphere, ionosphere, and the induced magnetosphere. And the final goal of this mission is try to review how the climate of the Mars changed in the history, and to discover whether in the history of Mars have the habitable environment for the life.
Okay, so as we can see that this is one of the most Martian places on Earth, and in order to have a better understanding about the Martian environment, actually people have set up a Mars cap right here. As our camera can show the pictures here, this is a Mars cap, and they are open to the public since 2019. And people can have a better understanding about the Martian environment, and also they can experience some future life even after landing on Mars. So let's take a closer look about this Mars cap. And actually, after landing on Mars, astronauts need to be staying in the cap, right?
Yes.
And so we are coming to this Mars cap. And okay, so this is our another guest, Mrs. Yuan Zhenming, the Deputy General Manager of this Lenghu Mars town. So thank you very much for joining us.
It's my pleasure. Welcome to Mars.
So Mrs. Yuan will hold the mic, and I think I need to take off this spacesuit.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome to Mars.
Okay, please.
And Dr. Rong, I have a question for you. Why we have to wear these spacesuits on Mars?
Well, I think it's definitely we have to wear the spacesuit outdoors, Mars, because you know the Mars has a very bad condition, and because our Mars has no global magnetic field, so the cosmic ray and the solar energetic particles can penetrate into our body, and the low temperature and the low atmosphere pressure. So due to all the bad conditions, we have to wear the suit to guarantee the health of our body. That's the first and a very important step for us.
So it can protect a very good protection.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for Dr. Rong.
And okay, I just took off my spacesuit, and actually it's kind of heavy, about 20 kilograms.
Around that.
Yeah. How many spacesuits do you have here in this camp?
We have 6 spacesuits here. Yeah.
I think most of the visitors coming here, they will have a try about these spacesuits, right?
Yes, it's a very good experience for them.
Yeah. Okay. And then Dr. Shah will take off his spacesuits. I will continue to tour this Mars cap. And this is the CGTN's Wu Lei. We are now exploring one of the most Martian places on Earth and also a Mars cap. So, Mrs. Yuan, why did you build such a Mars cap here in Qinghai province? And how many visitors have been expecting to tour this place?
Actually, I am a space traveler fan. So I want to build this Mars camp to make a very good experience for our guests.
We have a video here to show
to let our guests to simulate the landing Mars. And actually, from 2 years before, we have 200,000 guests visit here.
200,000 or 20,000?
200,000 guests visit here, but only 20,000 guests live here.
Lived here. Okay. So can you give us more introduction about this cap? What are the functions about this cap? How do we live here?
Yeah, I think when the astronauts to travel to the Mars, they have to eat. The food is very
food is very important.
Yes. So we have our astronaut food here. And
some space food right here.
Yeah, space food. So all the guests in our Mars camp, they can enjoy it.
Well, we can see that all these food are sealed in this kind of a little tin.
Yes, just in case they're exploring in the air.
Okay.
So we seal the food.
Okay.
Yeah, we seal the food and put the drink into the tube.
I think this is a banana. It must be a banana.
Yeah, banana and juice.
What do you have in this kind of tins?
It's just like some dishes.
Some dishes,
yes,
some rice, some vegetables, and some meat.
Yes.
All that kind of balanced and nutritious food.
Yes.
And also we can see this is orange juice sealed in a kind of tube.
Yes.
Can I have a try?
Yes, no problem.
Okay. So we know that for astronauts living in space, they need balanced food and drinks. So this kind of orange juice is quite important.
Yeah. Even though it's sealed in the tube, it tastes good.
Oh.
How do you think?
It's quite fresh.
Yes.
Yeah, it tastes good. Wow, it's very refreshing.
Yes.
Thank you.
So later you can eat all of that.
Okay, I will try my best.
Yeah.
So this is the area, is a kind of a canteen for these
for work.
for people living here.
For study here, for working here, and this area is the living area.
We have a living area here. I think this is one of the rover, Mars rover.
Mars rover, and the students build it.
Students, what kind of students?
The students have the science courses, education here. There, yes.
So the lecturers will try to help them build this kind of rovers?
Yes, the lecturers will have the course to the students, and they will make the team to build it.
To finish it?
Yes.
Okay, so we are now live streaming here in Qinghai province about one of the most Martian places on Earth. If you have any questions about the Mars exploration, please leave us a comment, or we will try to answer your questions. So this is a living area, living facility for this Mars cap.
Yes.
So how can astronauts or people live here?
Actually, we have 50 6 space capsules here. 20
Space capsules?
Yes, 28 for female, and another 28 for male.
Oh, so must be male
males?
sleep cabin
Yes,
for 28.
28 here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So these are the for storing the luggage.
Yes, you can put your luggage here.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. Actually, I just have my. Oh, okay, I don't have my car. Okay, here. This is my luggage cabin.
Yes.
I can have a try and put my luggage here.
Yes, I see your luggages.
This is my luggages.
Yes.
Okay. So all these astronauts have each of their own storage plan
Yes,
here.
each astronaut have one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So these are the 28 space capsules.
Yes.
Okay. Can we take a closer look?
No problem. One.
Ah.
Yeah.
So this is one of the space capsules,
Yes.
and let's take a closer look.
So it have the electricity.
We have electricity,
Yes, and the light.
air conditioner, and chargers.
Yes.
Oh, everything we need.
Yes.
I think what's this?
It's a little card. This is the last guest to leave his best hope to the next guest.
Ah,
Yeah.
So this guy wrote, it's quite difficult to come this place for even once,
Yeah.
and they can watch stars and watch sunrises. You don't need to miss it.
Yes.
So this is a good place to
Yeah.
watch the stars and sunrise.
Yes, it's a very warm hope
Ah, so
Yeah.
each visitor will leave a message for the next
for
visitor.
the next one.
Wow,
Yeah.
it's quite
It's a
interesting.
hope from Mars.
Okay, it's a tradition, a kind of
Yes.
tradition here.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so these are 28 space capsules. So why do you build such space capsules? Where did you get the inspiration?
Actually, I think when we move to the Mars, we cannot take a lot of materials on that to build
Yes,
the
that's
building.
true. It's
Yeah.
very limited. The
Yeah.
space or the resources are very limited.
Yes, so we will have a very limited space and very, very small space.
Yeah.
So the space capsule will be a very good choice.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
a very good choice to offer them a very comfortable and also private room.
Also private and comfortable and safe place.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also, I think this must be for female.
For the female space capsule. Yeah.
I think they look all the same.
All the same.
Have the same
Also have
function?
another 28 capsules.
Okay.
Yeah. It's exactly same.
Okay. So you just mentioned that this place was built in 2019, officially opened to the public in 2019.
Yeah.
So how many visitors have been living in this space capsule so far?
Actually, we take care of some popular science courses education.
So a lot of students must be coming here,
Not only students, but also adults.
adults,
Yes.
and anyone who are interested in this kind of Mars exploration.
Mars space traveler. Yes, and we just simulate the landing Mars here. So they will have some courses here, such as the purified water. Yeah.
Okay.
And
So besides this cafeteria and also living area, what do you have more?
we have the second floor.
Second floor.
All the
second floor?
adults and the students will have the study on there. On
Okay,
there.
let's continue to tour our
Yeah.
Mars cap.
Upstairs.
Okay.
The students and adults will observing the Mars rover and have some courses on the second floor here. Yeah.
So this place is mainly for the science popularization lectures
Yes.
for the students and also lecturers, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We have a lot of doctors and scientists here.
Lecturers?
Yeah, lecturers. They will teach the student and tell them how to
This is
assemble.
another rover.
Yes,
Actually,
another
you can
rover.
see it's quite complicated here with kind of electricity lines
Yes,
and
yes.
cables.
Yes, and we also have our own trainers, very professional trainers, to have these lectures.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we know that Chinese first Mars rover and lander have already touched down
Yeah.
on the red planet
Yeah.
On May the 15th.
Yeah.
So I think
Very exciting.
today, very exciting,
Yeah.
and more and more people are eager to know more about the red planet.
Yeah.
So this place may offer them a good place and a
Yeah.
good location
Yeah.
to find more about the Martian environment.
Yes.
And you have also some videos,
Yes, we
some
do.
lectures.
Yes.
Okay.
And this is our professional teacher.
Professional trainer.
Yeah, trainer.
Okay. So when are your busiest time every year? So which are the peak time, peak season for this Mars camp?
For our Mars camp from the May until October.
From May to October.
Yeah, very,
But
very
you
busy.
will turn it off after October?
Yeah, from the 1st of November, we will turn it off.
Why?
Because it's very, very like Mars. And it's very
quite cold.
Yeah.
I see. So we are now in the second floor of this place.
Yeah.
And you just mentioned this place is not only for, space enthusiasts and also tourists, but also for some
Scientists and doctors, they will do some research and study here. Yeah.
We can see there
Hello,
are two.
Dr. Chai and Dr. Fan.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
this is reporter Wu.
yeah, this is Dr. Fan, right?
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Okay. So Dr. Fan and Dr. Chai, you're also from the Chinese Academy of Sciences.
Yes.
Okay. So is this your first time coming here?
Yeah, this is the first time I visit here, and the landscape is very amazing.
Very amazing.
Yeah.
What about you?
Same here.
Same here.
Yeah.
So Mrs. Yuan just mentioned that this place is quite a good place to explore Martian environment. Yeah. And do you think that there is any water on Mars?
Yeah, maybe when we back to 4 billion years ago, the Mars do have lots of lakes and rivers and even small seas there on the Martian surface. But nowadays, the Martian surface is extremely dry, and only on its pole regions such as the southern pole or the northern pole, you can see a few waters on it there. Yeah.
So we can see there are some visitors and tourists, and also taking a closer look about this place. So Dr. Chai, and I want to ask you that where do you think that the water go on Mars?
So we think that there are basically two ways. One way is go down, become the underground water.
They have been buried by the
Yeah.
desert.
Yeah, exactly. And the other way is go up, escape into space.
You mean the water escaped to the space?
Yeah.
How does that happen?
You know, the water vapor can be ionized by the solar radiation into ions. So the hydrogen ions is lighter, so it's very easy for hydrogen to escape. The problem is the oxygen. The oxygen is too heavy to escape. So that's what I'm studying right now.
Wow.
I would like to show you animation.
Oh,
So
really?
this is a simulation to show how the oxygen escaped from Mars into space. So we know that Mars doesn't have a global magnetic field. So the high-speed solar wind particle will hit the Martian atmosphere and ionosphere directly. This direct interaction will accelerate the oxygens so that they can escape into space.
So everything related to the global magnitude.
Yes.
That really matters to the water, right?
Yeah, because Earth have a global magnetic field, so the global magnetic field can protect our atmosphere and our oceans.
Yeah, as we know that on Mars, the atmosphere is quite thin, and it's quite difficult to have enough oxygen. So I want to know that some people are thinking about the Mars immigration. Do you think that one day humans can immigrate to another planet? Is Mars a good choice?
Yeah, it's hard to say, but if you want to develop an immigrate program, the key elements you have to find on that target planet is the water.
Water
Yes.
is the most important factor.
Yes, the water is the most important because we know that the oxygen also could produce from the water. So that is why we think the Mars is a top target for human, because we all know that 4 billion years ago Mars has lots of water there.
Lakes.
Yeah, lakes and rivers.
And we know that Mars is called the sister planet of Earth.
Yeah, you're right.
And there are many scientists have found some underwater lakes. And I think one of the missions for our Chinese rover Zhurong
Yeah.
is to find some elements of water.
Yeah, I think that the Zhurong will investigate the mineral components of the surface of the Martian surface, so they can investigate which minerals might contain the water component, so which could give us some clues to find or investigate more how these waters going, whether they will going down to the underground water or directly escaped into space. So the Chinese mission will help us to deep understand the whole process of the water loss.
Okay, and we can see there are many visitors here in this Mars cap. And we know that Zhurong is ancient god of fire in Chinese mythology. And it's expected to roll out from the lander and begin its scientific exploration. And but we're talking about the habitable planets. And actually, global scientists are making discoveries for years. They are trying to find some more planets for humans, which will offer us another good opportunity to live on. So do you think that what are the conditions for these habitable planets?
For now, we think that the liquid water is the most important thing, because maybe some scientists think that life on Earth is born from the ocean. So the liquid water also demands the temperature is okay. You know, temperature cannot be too cold. So that's the most important thing. But there are also a lot of other demands.
Okay. So water is also the most important element.
Yeah.
What others?
In fact, there are also some icy moons around the Jupiter, such as Galileo moons, such as Io, Europa, Callisto, such as that. They
So
also
many planets
yes,
have water.
no, they are not planets, they are but moons
Oh,
of
they
the
are moons.
Jupiter.
Jupiter.
So, yes, they are icy cores and full of water. But you know that Jupiter is too far away for humans to reach. But so the Mars may be still the best choice right now. Yeah.
Okay. So actually, on the May 15th, when I talked with the Wu Yanhua, the Deputy Administrator of China National Space Administration, he has confirmed that China has plans to conduct the Jupiter exploration. Maybe one day the Chinese scientists will send a spacecraft to Jupiter and study the Jupiter environment and its moons, its satellites.
Yeah. Well, I think Tianwen is just the beginning. We know that we have the first time launched a Mars exploration mission, and we have a great success. So in the future, we can maybe design or develop more exploration missions to our solar system planets such as Mars, Venus, Jupiter moons, such as that.
Yeah, because for this time, I think for the Mars exploration, we thought that this time is only for Mars exploration, but in the years to come, there will be more Mars missions, including the sample return missions.
Yeah.
People will have a better understanding about the Mars sample. We want to know what's the differences between the soil or the surfaces from Mars and Earth, because Chinese scientists have already got the lunar samples, but next we are having more Mars samples.
Yes, for Martian sample return missions, that's also very interesting because we have to know the geological history of the Mars. And we think that this history of Mars, which is totally different with Earth, that's why Mars lost its surface water. And yeah, so.
But looking about this wind eroded landscape, many are wondering, is there any life on Mars, or was there any life on Mars? Do you think that life once existed on Mars?
Yeah, I think that in the past 50 years, the space missions such from US, Europe agency, and even the Russia, they all trying to find the signals of the basic livings on Mars. But right now, we still haven't found the distinguishable or remarkable signatures yet. So that's why China and even the US also and Europe, we both in the future will launch a series of Mars explorations just to answer that question. Yeah.
So we still need more evidence to show that whether life existed on Mars.
Yeah, exactly.
So what are the key elements for life? Can you give us some detailed explanation? So which kind of elements can show that life existed? Dr. Chai or Dr. Fab?
Okay. If you want to see that the key features of the alien livings, I think right now we're still trying to find these features such as the proteins.
Proteins?
Yeah, proteins, or some other elements such as basic elements, chemical elements of the which human livings or livings on Earth could have. But right now, I think the Europe agency and US agency has searched these signatures from planets and even for comets, but there's still
no evidence.
Yes, no obviously, yeah, directly evidence to show that.
Okay, so I remember one of the Russian rocket scientists named Konstantin once said, Earth is a cradle for humanity, but human will not stay in the cradle forever. People need to go out, reach out the outer space, the universe, and we need to know more about our planet and also our universe, so that we can have more science and the exploration.
Yes. Yes. I think right now maybe still there is a far way to go to send livings on Earth, such as humans, to living on other planets. But I think everyone should have a dream, right?
Yeah. So, do you believe that we are alone in the universe?
Maybe that's also a possible way, but we need to try our best to find the alien livings. Yeah, the alien life.
Yeah. So that's why you two from the Chinese Academy of Sciences, you are also studying the Earth and also the outer space environment for years. You also, what is your, scientific target? What's your mission in the coming years? Do you want to share with us?
Yes, I think I could say that I'm a kind of the Martian scientist. What I have done, or my research goal, is to deeply understand the process of the water on the Martian surface escaped or sinks into the underground.
So you want to have a better understanding about the water on Mars?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Maybe.
So, Dr. Chai, what's your target of science?
My main target is I want to figure out why the water on Mars disappeared, because we have to make sure that maybe this process also will happen on Earth. Maybe one day our Earth will also lost its water. So we have to figure out what happened on Mars, so that we can protect our Earth more.
To avoid such kind of tragedy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that's why this kind of Mars cap is important. People need to have a better understanding about the Martian environment because humans cannot go to Mars right now. But one day, I think the scientists or other space agency will land it on Mars. The humans will land on Mars, have more explorations.
Yes, that's true. I think this place is very interesting and fantastic because its landscape is very similar to Mars. So here is a very nice position for the Mars camp program or something like that. Yeah.
So I think with the successful landing of China's Mars mission, people are eager to know more about the red planet, not only from home and also from abroad. So Dr. Fan and Dr. Chai, thank you very much for your time. So I think that's probably the end of our live streaming, and I will leave you with the astonishing landscape here in the most Martian places on Earth. This place is located in Lenghu Mars town of Mengya city of Qinghai province, northwestern part of China. So I will show you more and see you next time. Bye-bye.